and his followers created the world. In the end, Soa sowed a seed on the earth. The seed soon grew to be a great tree. The great tree bore 108 fruits, and various life forms arose from the ripened fruits. Thus, 108 forms of life were created to fill the world with life. The divine tree completed its role, but the story says it is still protected by the signet of Soa.
It is like this. The world was established with a fate determined by Soa. God's tree sown by Soa is the divine tree. If you would like to find out more about this, you can go to the National Library. It's at the Mille Sisao National Library. I can step into the treasury of knowledge. I wonder if I am capable of receiving all this incredible luck and still remain calm. No, I cannot. The treasure of knowledge is shining and calling me. Albert, you okay? Let's go! The first step in the faith is to accept reality as it is and appreciate it. What we need is a feeling of gratitude toward all our surroundings. Alright, what's Shippo think on that?
So there's a big tree now. That's the main plot line.
Yep.
The tree, there's no fruit that the Lord is probably going after.
108 fruits.
And Lloyd is going to get probably one of those. I would love the opportunity to see such a treasure of intelligence. Alright, stop looking at me like that. I appreciate it. Albert's just a womanizer. Albert is your Brock from Pokemon.
Sure is.
He falls in love with every single female character that he comes upon. Even though one of them is already freaking, like, pretty much married him at this point. Still looking up, still like womanizing. It's weird.
Yeah. Was it this one? Or I think it was the other one. Oh, that's a weird angle. That's a good question.
Can Congo read human words? If Rose were here, she would tell us a lot. Maybe we'll be back when they finish with their errands. You have to go do stuff. Honestly, if it was canonical that those two characters left in that forest, they'd probably be both killed by peacocks.
That's true. Winglies are people with wings of light who employ magical power. So they're like angels. Huh.
Glory, I found 11,000 years ago. That's got enormous magical power and float celestial cities.
City float. They became extinct after the war with humans who were seeking their liberation. Belinus, who was a Wingly, was alive. Besides, us Dragoons are supposed to be only a legend. A legend does not necessarily tell the truth. Take a look at this picture. Humans and dragons. No, Dragoons and dragons. And what is this? Barrage manipulated by Winglies. I have to read the whole book again. Jeez. This book is talking about divine moon objects, but they are just divine objects from the legend to begin with. There are no details. If we could find out the meaning of the divine moon objects, we think we can find out what Lloyd wants. Okay, let me read the part I found. After the Dragon campaign, humans controlled the continent of Indinus and divided the continent into 4, and established 3 new countries: to the east Serdio, to the south Tibaroa, to the north Milisasau, and to the west of the continent, the untouched land, the Death Frontier. Well, that's quite the name. Each country shared 3 divine objects inherited from the Winglies as proof of their alliance. The divine moon objects are said to conceal magical power, however their usage is unknown. Usage is unknown. This mystery must be hidden in there. I'll look into it more. This is a marvelous place. It seems all the wisdom that humans could possibly know is here. I'm reading a book on politics now. This is very... Can you do politics after we take care of Lloyd? Yes, indeed. Now, let me read the portion that talks about dragons. According to this, dragons are the second most powerful species of all 107 creatures given life by the divine tree. Their attacks in... Oh, look! 108 fruit. Each one of them was a creature. One of the creatures was a dragon. Oh, okay. Their attacks and life power overwhelm others. However, the creator Soa created a balance by reducing the dragon's intelligence. Therefore, they were to be controlled by humans with their wisdom. During the Dragon campaign 11,000 years ago, they had fierce battles against barrages, manipulated by Winglies, and couldn't avoid being annihilated. But they weren't annihilated like the book says. True, and again, they are ruled by the Dragoons. I'll look for more. This book talks about the Dragoons. The Dragoons from Legend? Yes, it is. The heroes of the Dragon campaign. According to this, we are the first new Dragoons to come along since that time. Maybe. Dragoons are to be called when history requires them. When history requires them, is that now? Levitz was a Dragoon, and Graham, Dole, and Linus too. Were their deaths necessary? That is what only history can tell. I of course don't know. However, it all started out from the Dragoon spirit that Lloyd brought. If Lloyd is a part of history, that is necessary. Then our journey seems to be dragged along by his fate. In spite of the fact that they were humans, the 7 heroes who led the dragon campaign to victory 11,000 years ago crossed the sky and cast spells. After they fulfilled their roles, they vanished with the dragoon spirits as if it were some unavoidable fate. The legend seems to be telling us that after this journey, we will vanish. Ooh. You hear that, Shippo? Shippo sleeping on me?
Yeah, but I'm saying. I got you. This legend seems to be telling us that after this journey, we will vanish.
After this Legend of Dragoon, that's what it said.
Oh no. Question mark. It led to the dragon campaign.
Also, there's no railing on this, and look, you're like 3 stories up.
Yeah, it'd be dangerous.
Strange. I wonder if there's a bed up here, you know? Just the way that they like to have it. You only can go to bed if you go 3 stories high up a ladder. The dragon campaign is my specialty. Maybe I can be of assistance. Tell me. We only know fragments. Let's see. This is the Legend of the Dragoon campaign that I know. Uh-oh.
There were 7 Dragoon warriors in the Legend of the Dragon campaign. Dragoons, reputed to be the incarnation of dragons. With dragons at their side, the Dragoons fought boldly. However, in the age when the legend was reality, the Wingleys dominated all, even the gods. The gods answered to dictator Melbu Frama's prayers and granted him ultimate power. But the power was abused. The earth of Saint Imperial Gloriano was scorched by the gods' fire and became ashen. The anger and sadness of the people was fuel for the Dragoons' cause. Then at last they freed the gods. Without the gods' power, the Wingleys perished, and our age, the human age, began. Thereafter, the gods floated in the sky. For 11,000 years, they have been looking over the world as the moon